It's date night, and I know what you want. You want six. And that's exactly what you're going to get with the following fragrances. Now, just before we'll go into these selections, date night is an important event, and you want to go there looking your best. You've groomed well, you've done your hair, you've trimmed your beard, you're fresh, you're clean, you've brushed them teeth, because remember, you're going to be talking to this lass, so you want to be fresh and clean, and you want to get on that second date. So you want to know which fragrance is going to put the cherry on the cake. Now, you've been talking to this girl, you've got to know her a little bit, and this is your chance to impress. Now, you've got to pick a fragrance that not only suits yourself and your personality and how you look and dress, but also what she likes. And I think this is the most important thing. So you've been talking to her. Now, is she a teacher? Is she a professional? Is she a young party girl who just wants to enjoy herself and have fun? Depending on who she is, what she likes, and her personality should determine which fragrance you wear. Now, obviously, if you're a rugged biker guy, you're not going to be wanting to put something on which is, sweet and feminine and floral. And conversely, if you're a very well-dressed, businessman, you want to be wearing something which suits that attire, something which is classy, not overpowering, quality notes in there. So let's have a look at these selections. Now, first of all, I'm going to choose Angel's Share by Killian. Now, I would choose this if you're or she is of the somewhat younger, youthful demographic. If she seems quite open, charismatic, likes to have a bit of fun. So, she's not too serious about life. This would be a selection which could be appropriate for date night. So this fragrance, it's warm, it's boozy, it's fruity, and it's woody. It's a fragrance that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's very sweet, it's very gourmand, it's youthful, and it's playful. So yeah, if you're meeting up with a female who you think is going to be into that kind of thing and fits that kind of demographic, then great. Angel Share could well be an excellent choice for you. This fragrance, I would say, if you're going on a more kind of an energetic date, something which is, again, quite playful. Let's say that, I don't know, you're doing something fun, like you're going ice skating or rollerblading or, I don't know, climbing or something like that. Something which is fun and interactive. Say you're going to, I don't know, some kind of laser quest or something like that. Something what you're going to be in close proximity. There's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of playful action, quite hands-on and quite fun. Then there might be the things where you might think, right, Angel Share, that's going to fit the bill. It's fun, it's youthful, it's playful, it's gourmand, it's sweet. It ticks all of those boxes. That might be a good selection. Now, choice number 2. Let's say that you're dating a female and she's, middle-aged. Let's say middle-aged in my terms is 30 to 40, something like that. She's well-spoken. She's from a good family background, has a nice, secure job and a little bit of class. Then you might want to look into something like Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. Now, this fragrance, again, it's a nice balance because it's not overpowering, but it will get you noticed. And it's, as it says, it's tobacco and it's vanilla. More so the vanilla than the tobacco. But what you're bringing here, you're bringing a nice, smooth, gourmand, sweet vanilla. And every girl seems to like vanilla. Then you've got the masculine edge. You've got the tobacco in there. You've got some woods. But it's a fragrance which suits the confident guy. So if you're well-dressed, you speak well, you're calm and you're confident, then this is a nice fragrance which is going to set the tone. This would be a good fragrance for more formal date nights if you're going out for a meal or something along those lines, where you're in close proximity, but there's a lot of conversation. Not much physical interaction, but you want something which is going to come across as classy and confident. And Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford ticks that box. So what if your date is more of a gothic type? The ones that dress in black have a lot of deep dark makeup. They're like horror movies and things like that. Then something along the lines of John Varvatos' Dark Rebel Rider may well be appropriate here. I could have went for Tom Ford Ombre leather or Tuscan leather, but I can't find either of those. I don't own Tuscan leather, to be honest, but Ombre leather would have suited here as well. So if she is kind of into her more darker scents, leathers and stuff like that, then Dark Rebel Rider is a great selection. So let's just say that you're a masculine man, leather jacket, maybe you're a biker or something along them lines, or maybe you're gothic as well, then this is perfect. It's dark, it's resinous, it's got a couple of little animalic notes in there. There's a very strong leather in here. So this would suit it perfectly. It would suit her personality and also hopefully yours. Now, you can use this in any situation, to be perfectly honest, but this is quite strong. It's quite in your face and it's going to come across and give a very lasting impression. So maybe if it's kind of outdoors or something which isn't in super close proximity, if you're going on a date where, you know, I don't know, maybe you're walking about and you're seeing sights or things like that, or you're on like one of these kind of walks or something, then this will be nice because it is quite strong. Again, it's deep, it's dark, and it will be a great selection for masculine guy who maybe is a biker, or for a gothic girl who's into a more dark stuff. Okay, so maybe the girl that you're going on a date with, you don't know too much about her, or maybe she hasn't exactly got a specific pigeonhole, so to speak. So you're just thinking, well, I'm not too sure what she may like or dislike, and I don't want to blow my chances of a second date here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with something clean and fresh. And a great selection for that would be Amouage Reflection 45. It's white, it's floral, it's clean, it's uplifting, it's not in your face, and it's non-offensive. This fragrance, it's just a fresh, clean, like, you know, fresh laundry, fresh linen kind of smell. There's white florals in there, and it's got a touch of class about it. It's a really pleasant, nice, energetic, uplifting kind of smell. Now, this would be a safe bet. So if the girl that you're going on a date with, you don't know too much about her from chatting with her or from seeing photos and things like that, and you're saying, you know, I'm not really sure which way to go here, then go for a safe bet. And Reflection 45 would be an excellent safe choice. You could use it on a wide range of dates, whether it's in close proximity or out and about. It projects okay, but it lasts a long time. So if you're on a longer date, which may be going for a number of hours, let's say, then this would be a perfect choice. Now, what about the more mature man or the more mature female? Now, if you've got someone who's a professional or a businesswoman, then you might want to look into something like this. Eau Sauvage by Christian Dior. Now, this fragrance, to me, it just smells like old money. It's mature, it's classy, and it's non-offensive. You've got some nice citrus in here. You've got some lavender. You've got some earthy notes with the vetiver. And it really is a great standalone fragrance. It's quite unique, but if somebody smells this, it's going to project class and professionalism. To me, again, this just smells like money. A confident man. So if you're a businessman or you're well-dressed, suit and tie, this would be perfect. Or if she is that way inclined and you're just thinking, you know what, she's a classier woman, maybe middle class, upper class, something like that, and you're just thinking, right, there's going to be a lot of detailed conversation here, and I just want to come across as somebody who is mature, responsible, he's got his stuff together, he knows what he wants in life, then this fragrance, Eau Sauvage, would be a perfect companion. You've got some nice citruses in there, you've got some florals, and you've got some earthy notes. Again, it's non-offensive, but it comes across as classy and confident. So if you've got a lady who, she's the businesswoman, then this one will do the business. And now we're finally here at 6. Now just remember, this is the first date, you're at first base. It's not a 3-course meal. Hopefully that'll come later on. You're trying to secure a second date here. Now, if you've got a lady who is very classy, she's from, a money-orientated background, she's going to be hard to impress. She's confident, she's got cash, maybe she's got a number of businesses, but she's a girl or a lady or a woman who you're going to have to do very well to impress. Obviously, you've got your personality and you've got your looks, you've got your banter, you're listening with intent, and the date's going well. Now, for this kind of lady, you're going to need a heavy hitter. You're going to need a higher scent. And for me, that selection, the ultimate selection for a date night, is none other than Enigma by Roger Parfums. Now, I'm just going to give this a quick blast in the air just to remind us why this for me is the ultimate date night selection. It ticks all of the boxes. Now, if I'm going to be wearing this, I want to look my absolute best. It's either suit and tie, or it's very well fitted trousers, maybe a nice fitted jumper or something along them lines, a smart polo shirt. But this isn't something you're going to wear with just jeans and a t-shirt. This is dressed up material. This is stuff which is going to impress. Now, just smelling it in the air, that reminds us of why I made this selection. You've got boozy cognac off the top. You've got some tobacco in there. There's some nice white florals. You've got some ginger, you've got patchouli, and you've got benzoin. So you've got your earthy notes. But this comes across as a mature, confident man. This is the ultimate man. He knows what he wants and he's going to get it at all costs. This stuff is dressed to impress. This fragrance projects well and it lasts forever to parfum concentration. So for me, if you're on, the ultimate date night, so to speak, and you're thinking, I've only got one shot at this, or if it's a date night where you've had to work really hard, when you're chatting to her over text, she seems a bit reluctant to go on the date night, and you're going to need to pull out all of the stops. Now, obviously, you've done your best in the preparation, and the fragrance could be the difference between a second date and not getting a second date. It could be that close, but you've done everything else right. You've done as best as you can. You're dressed to impress. You've groomed yourself very well. The banter's there. You're listening to her attentively. The conversation's going great. And when she gets a smell of this, I think she'll be really impressed. It's just, it smells like an expensive luxury fragrance. It comes across as pure class. This is a confident man. So for me, if you're wearing this, I can't see how she could be feel to be impressed by it. Now, like I say, it comes across as masculine, as confident. It is quite a niche selection, so not everybody's going to enjoy it. But if you're thinking, I need to be at my absolute best here and I want to select something which is going to be a knockout, then Roger Parfums Enigma would be my ultimate choice for date night. So that was my 6 selections to hopefully get you a second date, or, to get you the cup of coffee when you drop her off afterwards. That's what you want from a date night. You want it to be productive. You want it to be successful. And ultimately, if you're wanting that second date and you want to engage with this lady further, or man, it could well be a male, then these fragrances will help you with that. Obviously, you've got to be groomed correctly. You've got to have the right communication skills, and she's got to be interested in you. She's got to think you're attractive and have a good personality and you're going in a similar direction. And then you'll get another date. And just remember that these fragrances, they really are the cherry on the cake. A fragrance alone isn't going to get you a second date. So work hard on yourself. Make sure you're dressed correctly, you look good, and make sure you're going to that gym and you're putting your body in the best shape you can. So they're my selections, and I hope you get that second date that you want. If you've enjoyed this video and you like these selections, then drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll be bringing you more lists, more advice, and some more great fragrance selections. So good luck on that date. Report back to us down below on how it went, and I will see you in the next one.